Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the show. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. We've got a lot of stuff to discuss. New characters inbound. Character that we didn't think was coming to the game is coming to the game in a weird fashion. We'll dive into it. Also, a lot of rumors about this raid that we were talking about in the last episode. So we'll dive into those or that speculation as well in a little bit. But first and foremost, as usual, joined by the most talented co-host in the world, good old Maurice. How you doing, my friend?
What's going on, guys?
Not much, man. Not much. I hope everybody had a happy Halloween. How was your weekend so far, buddy?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Had a typical old guy Halloween.
Yeah.
No more Monster Punch and cake stands, but now it's,
A gentleman's Halloween.
Gentleman's Halloween.
Yeah.
But, giving children the candy and drinking alcohol from a cup. Yeah.
And also the beautiful Avinash. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks.
So, how was your Halloween?
It was very boring. There was no costuming, no makeups, no trick-or-treaters, no nothing. Although we do have, on my front porch, I do have a 6-foot Velociraptor skeleton that has been sitting on my porch for like 2 years now. And then we've got a bunch of like human-sized skeletons that stand up against the railings and wave to people. And some of them sit in the chairs on the porch. We rotate them for the different holidays, and for Christmas we'll put little Santa hats on them and stuff.
That's cool. That's very cool. Awesome. I mean, look, it sounds like, at the end of the day, it's a weird time, right? So, I mean, it would have been fantastic to have a normal Halloween. But even a normal Halloween, honestly, these days isn't what it used to be. We used to go around and TP people's houses and drink and party and do all kinds of shenanigans. But, now it's all about the kids, So it's great, But I was actually able to fully dress up in Ghostbuster gear. I had, a Spirit Halloween Proton pack that lit up, and I had a ghost trap on my waist. I had the utility belt. I had the PKE meter. It literally lit up and went up and down like the one in the movie. And I had the ecto goggles, and they lit up green, and it was really, really good costume. It was awesome. I had the full Ghostbuster costume, and you honestly, usually they're very generic, like the old ones, they didn't even have the names of the Ghostbusters on there. Now you actually have the ability to switch between Venkman or Stance or Spengler. You can literally switch the names out. Zedmore, you got them all available, so it's actually really cool. And I was surprised, how movie accurate it looked. It was great, so I was happy to get that. It's kind of one of those childhood dreams to just fully be a Ghostbuster. Goal accomplished.
Cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Well done.
It was cool. Yeah. So I got some good pictures, and now I'll probably put some of the props out for decoration around the room, but some of it I'll put away for storage for next year, and I'll be a Ghostbuster for many years to come. But I hope everybody had a good time. We were just discussing just briefly the new characters coming to the game. So, I mean, obviously, we discussed the possibility of Mandalorian characters coming last week. We had no idea we were getting literally a drop the following day of this information about Kuiil coming to the game and IG-11. Now, they already did they do full kit reveals yet for the characters?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So we totally know what their abilities are. Now, obviously these are the first two characters coming out from The Mandalorian, and they're characters that are showing they're returning characters from season 1. So I do think that this is just the first set of new characters, right? So you think we're going to see some more besides these characters, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Have you guys watched the first episode of The Mandalorian yet?
Oh heck yeah. Yeah, I was there. A lot of my guild mates were like, hurry up and watch it. We want to gossip. We want to get on voice chat at 3:00 in the morning, and because they're East Coast, but I'm Pacific Coast. So I had to wait till midnight my time. But they were 3 a.m. and they're like, we want to get on voice chat and gossip. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so no, I mean, the IG-11 drop and the Kuiil drop was something that we sort of anticipated. I didn't really anticipate IG-11, although I probably should have. You know, I mean, I come to think of it, that should have been an obvious thought, you know, now. But I definitely thought Kuiil was coming at some point. So I'm glad to see that they're making it. I think we're definitely getting Moff Gideon at some point here, and probably probably another character, you know, from this season, maybe another dark side character. But what are you guys' initial impressions about their kits? You know, I mean, I know we discussed it briefly before the show, but what do you guys think about their kits so far? I mean, obviously we don't have the characters in hand to really judge, but I'm saying like just at first glance.
Well, we did. We had them in hand, and they're awesome.
Okay.
They're pretty good. IG-11 is he's going to be something else. Like his kit doesn't stand out as something that's like game breaking, but once you get him, I think people can be really, really pleased with him, especially people that have like L3. Maybe they have T3 from back in the GG Nuke days. You know, maybe they've got Mission Zalbar. They can put their Kira to use. He's really dynamic. You put him with Kuiil, he's a pre-taunt. He's got tons of Hellsteel, Retribution. He assists. Like in our interview, I think it was Kale. Kale was like, you know, there was one fun team I used. It was BB-8 and R2. BB-8 would go, IG-11 would assist, and R2 would naturally call to assist because of BB-8, and then IG-11 would assist on him too. So I didn't get to see, I didn't get to play too much with him. I got to take a little peeks and stuff, but you know, it's. I think TMoney got his health pull up to about 155,000, 317 speed. You know, for a healer that taunts, that's pretty unheard of. Pretty good. Thought I got a cut. Nope, did not. Line was way too long, Ray Rock. The line was way too long. I'm not waiting an hour and 15 minutes to get my hair cut. I'll go back.
Gom's hair looks good, man. I don't know what you guys are talking about. He's got like the full on like hockey player hair going on right now.
I've been in the hat all day. I tried to put one on the stream before the stream started, and Ramon yelled at me. So.
No, I think the hair looks good. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I mean, I wish I had hair like that. Yeah, Nightmare, that's right. Dab. So as far as the so you actually got to try them both out.
Yeah, I got to see them. TMoney got to physically use them. I didn't get included in the interview thing till a little late, but I did get a nice peek at their kits and what they could do. It was pretty awesome seeing them. Like just pretty much just seeing them in action is pretty cool. I think Kuil's gonna be really, really good too. Both these characters are gonna be. Are they gonna beat GLs? No. Are they gonna beat Darth Revan? I don't know. What about Gas? Maybe. But they're just going to be nice supplements to your Scoundrel faction, to your droids. A really good centerpiece. So I think lower GP players really need to go after them. No, not unless you want to. It all depends on what you buy into, what Crumb said in the interview, right? Like, it's just, no, we bring out 5 characters of the same faction for no reason, and then there was like the basically alluding to that these 5 characters are going to be needed for something. So I guess it depends how much stock you take into that. I don't know if that means legendary. He didn't say anything else. Just it was legendary. He didn't say anything. Just that basically alluded to they'll be needed for something. What that is, I don't know.
That would make sense, right? You know what I mean? Like now, maybe it's like maybe it's to get Moff Gideon. Maybe it's like a legendary Empire character. And you have to use all 5 of those characters to get them.
I think that's what the majority of people are leaning towards. Moff Gideon is the first name at everybody's mouth for like any sort of legendary sort of hero's journey, whatever they want to do, sort of event. That seems to be what everybody's. I mean,
listen, the guy that they hired to play the character Moff Gideon, what's his name? Carlson or Carl? I forgot his name, but
he's the same guy from The Boys,
right? He's
You could say his name, I wouldn't recognize him, but I know his face.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah.
Giancarlo Esposito. Sorry, that's it. Giancarlo Esposito. He is a great actor. So they hired a great guy to play that role. So he's definitely going to play a big role on the show. And the fact that they gave him the Darksaber, that also means something. So I mean, I think that whether he's worthy of a legendary status or not in the game, I think that is that may be up for debate, but I mean, at the end of the day, there's definitely a strong possibility that he would be the one. They already dropped the Mandalorian, so we're not going to get another version of him or anything like that. I mean, listen, there's other characters it could be. I mean, we don't know what this season holds yet. We've had a lot of speculation about possible characters coming to season 2. Ahsoka, Boba Fett, possibly Bo-Katan. Yeah, I mean, we've been hearing all these things, so. Anything's possible. I mean, but right now, if I had to pick a character that's not in the game already, that would be the most likely to get a legendary status, or maybe not even a legendary status, but be a character from a legendary event. Doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be game breaking. Would be Moff Gideon. I doubt they would release Moff Gideon and make him, better than Galactic Legend Rey or Luke or anything like that. It may be like somebody who's just kind of like, maybe like a little bit worse than Luke Skywalker's, Jedi Luke. Somebody who's just very good, but not going to topple the meta. A new Ahsoka would be awesome too. Yeah, for sure. So what about you, Abby? What do you think about the kits so far?
I think it's really going to be interesting. It looks like they're going to be able to intermingle with several different characters. Kuill and IG-11, even though they synergize together and they have a little bit of extra benefits, they can be separated onto 2 different teams. So, it's not detrimental that they, if they're separated, it's like, oh my God, you can't separate them kind of a thing. And it looks like they're going to be using, or they're recommending, for synergy like IG-88 and IG-86 as well. So that'll be interesting to see how that all kind of intermixes and stuff. And with a BB-8 and such, that is kind of break up the JTR team. But then again, JTR is being used for other stuff as well, including Ray teams. So yeah, it looks interesting. It looks subtle, but at the same time, not. It looks like they're just going to really provide a lot of nice stuff, in a sense, upgrading all the characters without actually physically upgrading them.
I mean, is that Lawface? Yeah, Lawface, what's going on? I'm just replying to your comment. You're right. Legendaries do typically have history, but if you think about some of the other legendaries, we did get. For example, Thrawn, right, who was present in 1 season of Rebels at that time when he dropped. And, although we all know Thrawn because Thrawn was from Timothy Zahn's books from the Expanded Universe, technically in the canon, Thrawn is only from that, small portion. So, yes, he had history in the books, for sure. But that history doesn't exist. Thrawn's history is now only... canonized through the show. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they made all the original Timothy Zahn Thrawn books canon. I think they just he wrote a new one, I think, now that is canon. You know what I mean? But anyway, what I'm saying basically is yes, this would be different for sure. I mean, Thrawn is definitely a more well-known character than Moff Gideon. We've never heard of this guy. That doesn't mean they couldn't decide to expand upon this character. Maybe they have big plans for Moff Gideon. I don't know. Maybe he's going to be the ultimate villain on this show, for the next 3 seasons. And because of that fact, then he definitely would earn some sort of Evo legendary status. I mean, if he's the main overarching villain of a show for Star Wars, the first ever live action Star Wars show. I mean, that may earn him legendary status 2 or 3 years from now. Like I said, I mean, if you look at, some of the characters from the show Rebels, I mean, we've got Yeah, I mean, listen, you've got Pow in this game. Pow is, I think he was like I think you've got, for example, Biston. I think Biston was deleted from the movie entirely. You know what I'm saying? Biston doesn't even exist. I think you see Biston on screen for like 1 second. You know what I mean? So it's like, Moff Gideon had the Darksaber. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I understand legendary status. There should be some history behind there. I mean, I agree. So maybe it will be like a new version of Ahsoka or something. But Pow isn't a legendary character though. You're right. Yeah, no, for sure. Boba Fett could be it too. Maybe Moff Gideon is just a marquee character. That could be it too. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, so. Just in looking at, kind of these characters and their animations, what do we know about what's going to happen with the child? So obviously, this is kind of an interesting way to introduce the child to this game. I mean, I thought that he would either be like his own character, which you guys definitely thought wouldn't happen. So, for sure, I was wrong there. But, I mean, do you think that... is he gonna make any? Is he gonna have any other effect other than just being kind of? I mean, is he just really like? I mean, why did they bring the child into the game this way? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It just sounds like he's not going to really have any type of interaction or anything like that. It's just IG-11 is the protector of Baby Yoda and will do anything to protect the baby. I really thought that when they had Mando that Baby Yoda would be kind of like in his little egg or something nearby him. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that they would kill Baby Yoda or anything, but Baby Yoda can be assist Mando in some way with a little bit of the Force, or does the do the hand thing, Yoda. He just kind of waves his hand or something. But I thought he was going to be a little bit more involved that way rather than just be attached to the back of IG-11.
I don't know. I mean, what do you think, Maurice?
Well, I think you pretty much, this is how you're going to get him. I mean, I just don't understand. I mean, can't really put him in the game. Like, how are you going to put him in the game?
Right.
Like, you're going to put him in the game, then have Darth Vader kill him? I mean,
well, he can still get killed right now. He's on the back of IG-11. So I mean, if you kill IG-11, I mean, essentially, you're wiping Baby Yoda off the board. So I mean, I don't know. I just think that it's. I would have thought that he would have an impact. I mean, the IG-11 has a heal, right? Does that heal mechanic involve Baby Yoda in the animation? Like, does Baby Yoda actually do it?
No, Baby Yoda doesn't really do much except just like pop in and out of the backpack. Like, that's pretty much all he does. There is like his unique is I think technically what Baby Yoda does, but there's not like a I think he's got like a passive, and it's Baby Yoda's face on the ability itself, right? So it's I don't know. I guess it's assumed that Baby Yoda brings that to the table, but it doesn't like physically do anything. Like, he just kind of sits in the backpack, and you'll see like when you get him in game. I don't know if any of the videos showed this, but you get him in game, and if you like. Where you spin the characters around, like the character screen. If you just sit there, like, you'll see like Baby Yoda pop up out of the backpack and like shake a little bit and go down. It's pretty cool. So,
yeah, for sure.
But it's definitely. I mean, he really has no. Like, IG-11 could have. I mean, does the same thing without him, right? Like, as a character. So I don't know. He doesn't really have any impact directly, I guess, in the game. And I'm honestly surprised we got him like that. Now that we have all these Lukes, like I thought that Baby Yoda was going to be like the ultimate carrot. Like, I thought that was going to be the thing that kind of loomed in the background. Where's Baby Yoda? Where's, like, we were for Jedi Knight Luke for so long, for 4 years. You're like, where's Jedi Knight Luke? Why don't we have Jedi Knight Luke? And we got him. So I thought this was going to be their new thing to dangle and just keep players, interested. But
it is kind of weird that they've dropped some. I mean, like Luke, for example. Like, so they dropped Jedi Luke, and then they also dropped Old Man Luke, like, almost right afterwards, right? So it's like every version of Luke now is pretty much in the game, right? And you know, they've already dropped Revan. You know, so when you're thinking about the characters that they, you know, pretty much have left to do, there's a ton of expanded universe characters. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely, like, you know, you have Malgus, you have, you know, you have tons of ancient Sith, I mean, that you could throw in the game, you know, from the video games and from the books. So, I mean, there's definitely some cool stuff. Yeah, no, I mean, Baby Yoda, maybe there'll be another version of Baby Yoda. Maybe Baby Yoda grows up on the show. I do kind of feel like he's not going to make any massive changes in size on the show. I think that he'll always be a baby on this show. You know, I think that, you know, that's going to be kind of the thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he'll not be able to speak. You know, we probably still won't ever know really anything about Baby Yoda. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we won't know where he came from or what, you know, what they still won't name the species. You know, by the end of the show, we probably will know just as much as we know right now. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, maybe not. You know, I could be wrong. Maybe this goes down a deeper rabbit hole, but it just seems like that's probably what's going on. What's going on, Thane? What's up to everybody in the chat? Thanks for being active tonight, guys. That's awesome. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. He's 50 now. I mean, 50 years to get to his size. In 2 more years or 3 more years on the show, 4 more years, is he going to really grow? Unless they have a huge time leap, you know. But I mean, you know, Mando,
I hope not. He's just too adorable at this age.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him get bigger and wrinklier. That's just not. No.
I mean, it'd be kind of cool if he was like if he got like a little bit older where he could like start moving around and jumping around and stuff. But I mean, even then, you know, I don't think you're going to see this thing like running around with a lightsaber or like flicking it around, you know, like Grandmaster Yoda. That's not going to happen. That's probably going to take another, you know, 50 years for this thing, you know, to get to the point where it's even like a teenager, you know? So, but I don't know. Interesting. I mean, maybe we'll find out some more backstory about it, but overall, you know, I'm glad that they brought him into the game. You're right. I mean, I thought that it would be like a carrot, or they would at least bring him in some fashion where he would individually affect the game in some way. I'm just kind of surprised that he's basically a backpack ornament, you know, in the game. You know, he's not exactly, you know, he doesn't affect the game in any way. He's a unique ability. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of ridiculous, but that's what he does. He has a heal, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Is it a team heal or is it just a self heal?
I don't honestly recall. I know him and Kuiil have some synergies where they recover tons of health and protection. I know that he taunts and he gets the retribution and the health steal up. Mm-hmm.
So there is. So when are the actual events dropping? Let's take a look at the calendar here.
It's in the post. Hold on a second.
I see. It's on the events calendar. So, and it says, you know, check out Galactic War Report and Operation Metaverse. Getting full coverage, Maurice. You guys are big players.
No, we're not. The interview video, the interview itself that we did and put on YouTube has like less views than like all the people that are talking about the interview. So yeah, they're like, what channel can we pick where nobody's gonna see it? Operation Metaverse. Yes.
That's awesome, man. No, that's really cool that they did that though. It looks like
does he wear a nappy?
So Kuiil will be from 11/6 to 11/8, and then 11/13 to 11/15. They're releasing them twice.
Yeah, there's 2 events. There's like they're going to be rewards from the Galactic Challenges. So there's like 2 events.
Oh, got it.
And then 2 events. So I think, and it's only be on tiers 1 through 3, right? So like this one that's up.
They're not marquee characters. They're going to be rewards from Galactic Challenges.
They're essentially the same thing if you think about it. I mean,
yeah.
Tiers 1 through 3 are very, very, very simple, and they said that they're not going to be tied to the feats, just completion. So I'm not sure if that even means you need to use the faction. So like you might. I mean, this is speculation. You might be able to use whatever characters you want. So they're gonna be accessible. Like levels 1 through 3. I think the third level is like year 11 knows Zetas, like the opposition. So I mean, that's definitely feasible. So I think it's the same thing. Marquee events are easy. These I think are going to be pretty easy. And I don't know. So basically, like the event we have now, instead of the ones where you get grief cargo shards, I think you'll get grief cargo shards and Kuiil or IG-11. So it's just like a bonus. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
It says, so they're going to be part of Galactic Challenges. So, I mean, as far as and it even says in here, the child likely won't be coming to the game as a standalone character, at least not anytime soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think they're still trying to figure out exactly what to do with him because his popularity just went through the ceiling, and I think it was just unexpected.
Well, I mean, I think you had to expect that his popularity was going to be through the ceiling. I mean, like, I don't understand how you would, as a Star Wars fan, not expect that. But I mean, like, that's a big. There's a reason they saved that reveal and didn't tell anybody about it, and had it be like the final thing that happens in the first episode. I mean, that really hooked everybody to watch the entire first season of The Mandalorian. You know what I mean? So, not saying that there isn't a bunch of other cool stuff in there too.
Right. I just didn't think it. I don't think they realized how popular it was going to be.
Yeah.
In terms of that and the demand for merchandise. They just weren't prepared for it.
People want their Baby Yoda stuff, their Baby Yoda merch. Maurice,
Yep.
do you have your Baby Yoda merch?
Yeah, I'm wearing it.
I've got the in that Mando's Monday, the little baby animatronic one. I've got that one. I have the little animatronic one. I have the.
You got the animatronic one?
Yeah, I've got the animatronic one.
It like moves and stuff?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, it's really cute. It's definitely not life size, but the other one that I have, which is more stuffed and with or whatever, I have one that's 1-to-1. I have a Baby Yoda blanket, and I have Mandalorian sheets, and I have Baby Yoda pillow sham. And then my husband got me like a couple Baby Yoda little figurines, so I'm all Baby Yoda'd up here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just wondering. Yeah, I mean, I think when they're saying like at least not anytime soon, I think what they're basically saying there is that like we don't know whether Baby Yoda's going to ever Baby Yoda could obviously, let's say, be a baby throughout this entire show, and then afterwards they could like have a spin-off series set like years afterwards where Baby Yoda's older. You know, I mean, if they decide to expand on the character that way, you know what I mean? But and I don't see why they wouldn't do that, actually. But, I mean, it really depends on how the popularity of this show grows and continues. I actually did not get a chance to watch the first episode. I tried and fell asleep 2 nights in a row. So, tonight's the night, probably. But, yeah, I tried Friday night, and I was exhausted. I fell asleep. And then Saturday night, yesterday, I got back late and again, I just, like around 3 a.m., I fell asleep. You know what I mean? I started watching it, fell asleep, couldn't finish it. So, tonight's the night. But, yeah. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens there. So, no spoilers, guys. Don't tell me.
Well, I thought for sure that if you saw it, man, we'd be telling you, don't shut up, don't say anything, because he'd be talking about it.
Honestly, I'm not really that worried about it. Like, at the end of the day, like, I mean, I feel like, seeing something and hearing about something are two different things. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't really care about spoilers that much. Like, I mean, like, obviously, if there's, like, some, like, if like, you find, like, I don't want to know, like, when I'm watching, like, for example, what's that movie with Bruce Willis where he's a ghost the entire movie?
The Sixth Sense.
The Sixth Sense, right? Like, I don't want to watch The Sixth Sense and know that Bruce Willis is dead, from the beginning. But I'm saying, like, if as long as it's like an episode of a show and there's not like a crazy reveal at the end, I don't mind hearing about like silly spoilers. Like, if you're telling me there was a battle or something like that, or it doesn't matter to me like to get like minor details throughout the show. It's really like big reveals like that you don't want to hear. Like, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like finding out who the killer is in a movie or something like that. That's something you don't want to know. But yeah, I mean, people go overboard with that spoiler stuff. Spoiler alert. There's no spoilers here at DSP. Come on, I don't even know what happened. But you can't blame me this time.
I think he's relaying to like past discussions about movies and stuff like that you were just going off and we're like, no.
Hey, Ramon, episode 1, Mando. Thane, you're trying to tease me. You're trying to tease me with spoilers. Don't do it. He died. The Mando died. He's dead. That'd be the best first episode. First episode, season 1, The Mandalorian dies. That'd be amazing. Yeah, no, I wouldn't doubt them doing something like that. I mean, that would be the coolest, like subverting expectations ever. I saw a meme about like Rian Johnson wanting to direct an episode of The Mandalorian.
Oh yesterday. God, no.
Yeah. Is his project like officially dead? Like, is he still is he still doing a movie, or is that done?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard anything about a Star Wars movie since The Rise of Skywalker. Now, I know that's by design, probably, but I mean, like...
I think they're probably trying to bury it and hope nobody brings it up for discussion.
For a couple of years, just like don't make any movies, just everybody forget?
I think they're just wanting it to quietly die or something, at least in terms of with Rian Johnson.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
He should not direct any of the episodes for Mando. They've got enough anyway. They have some excellent directors. Well,
I mean, yeah, some people say it's still happening. I don't know. I mean, like, honestly, I don't think it's happening. I got to tell you the truth, because I mean, I haven't heard him talk about it. You know, the only thing I heard him say once is like he hopes they still do it. You know, so like I don't know. You know what I mean? But you know, it's probably what he has to say, because I mean, at the end of the day, until they're actually in production, like he's not. You know, of course they can change their mind. You know what I'm saying? So like that's probably just what he has to say is like, yeah, you know, hopefully, you know, we do it. Maybe he is still in. You know, like Obi-Wan knew he was doing Obi-Wan for years before they decided to do it. So I'm sure that they probably already have decided what they're doing next. So they just haven't told us about it yet. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we'll find out. But, yeah, it'd be kind of interesting if they decided to go with Rian Johnson. I mean, I know that they signed on the guys from the Game of Thrones, and then they canceled their movies also. So, like, you know, it just seems like, I don't know, there's just like a lot of misinformation about what's happening and what's not happening in the Star Wars movie universe, you know what I mean? So, I hope that whatever they decide to do, that they just, I hope they stick with, what's his name? Jesus. Yeah, the guy who writes Mandalorian with Jon Favreau.
Dave Filoni.
I just hope they stick with Dave Filoni. Like, let Dave Filoni write the ship. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got good ideas. He knows what George wanted. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like, if anybody could like kind of bring us back home here, I think it'd be Dave Filoni. So if they're gonna do another Star Wars movie, you know, I think that they should just stick to like trying to keep the Lucasfilm Story Group, you know, in the loop as far as like decision making, like on like what they're gonna do with the story. Like, definitely don't have any more like just letting directors do whatever the hell they want, because that's stupid. You know, whatever director they decide to do. I mean, like if they decide to go with even if they decide to go with Rian Johnson, that's fine. You know what I mean? But just make sure that he follows, you know, the canon. You know, that's all I'm saying. It should all be if they decide to do another trilogy, it should all rhyme. Like all three movies should work together. It shouldn't be like it shouldn't feel like three separate, franchises making movies. That's kind of what that felt like. So I mean, I'm cool with whatever they decide as long as it's like a cohesive story where it's like all the way through. From beginning, middle, and end. It's you could tell that you're going on one singular journey, and it just feels like that was the case for Star Wars from Episode 1 through 6, and it just totally changed. Once we hit Episode 7, and I don't know. But the other thing I wanted to discuss was the raid. So I know we talked about it briefly in the last episode, but we really didn't go into too much detail because it's still just speculation. Even now it is, but I'm saying like it seems like more and more like this is like probably what's going to happen. So I mean, do you guys think that that the rumors are true? I mean, at first we were just kind of speculating. At first, we're still speculating, but I'm saying like, what do you guys think are the odds that a raid drops this month?
0.
Slim, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think the big drop for the month is going to be? I mean, like, do you think it's going to be, just these new characters?
I think this month it's going to be just these new characters. Next month, who knows? But I don't think it's going to be anything too big because they already dropped two GLs recently. And that's a pretty big thing towards the end of the year that they did. So, I mean, you can only drop so many big things before people start screaming and running out the door.
No, I get it. I mean, but this month was supposed to be huge. I can't imagine that huge means just a couple of Mandalorian characters. It has to be more than that.
Yeah, I mean, it is the 5th anniversary, so who knows what they're going to do.
Right.
They'll probably, put up all kinds of packs and stuff for us to buy.
And call that huge content?
And call that huge, not huge content, but huge thing for, like the anniversary. It's like, here, we're going to drop all these packs and you can just buy them.
This is going to be huge.
How about giving us some cool stuff for free, okay?
This is going to be a huge month. They just release a new pack.
Yeah. That would be, I would laugh my head off. Or we'll give you 6 Chewy shards instead of 3.
There's gonna be an ocean of content this month, guys. Release a new pack. Yeah. I could totally see that happening. Absolutely.
For something, for a 5-year anniversary, something like this, they really should do some really cool stuff. And I do mean free crystals. And I don't mean 250 crystals. I mean, give people a decent amount of crystals. Give people a great discount on all of maybe the crystal packs instead of just the first couple of them. Because they don't even give the discount on the good crystal packs anymore. Just, have a discount on some of the packs that have been out for quite a while, like a 40% discount for like a few days or something like that. I don't know. It's just, and give us some free stuff to play with. A character, that here's a character for our 5-year anniversary for free for everybody. Here you go.
That would be cool.
But, there's so many things that they could do, and it would not only help the entire player base, it would keep people more loyal, and it makes it appear as though, hey, we care about our players, at least this time of the year. And it's the 5th anniversary, and they really should go all out on something like that. It's not something they have to do every year, but this is a milestone especially for games. 5-year mark is usually the descending part of a game, more or less. But this one seems to be holding steady, and they should really do something special for everybody.
5 years is intense. I was actually just looking at my You know, when I was updating BlueStacks, when I was updating the app on BlueStacks today, I was looking at my original like review for the game. This is not going well at all, actually. So I was looking at my original review for the game. You know, back in I think I reviewed it in December of 2015. So it's like it's just crazy to see, you know, how long the game's been around now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 5 years. It's insane. I never thought that you know, I'd be playing this game this long when it first dropped.
Yeah, I didn't either. Yeah.
All right. Now let's get this guy. But yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's a big, you know, a big day for the game. 5 years is a big deal, especially for a mobile game. I mean, you know, this game really ushered in a new era for mobile games, or is part of a new era for mobile games that now is obviously a lot more popular over the last couple of years. But it's just great. So I mean, like to see, you know, the game, you know, hit a 5-year stride is a real achievement for sure. So.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hope that they do something special. They definitely should do like some sort of cool packs. Like they should have some crystals. I mean, they should actually sell some crystals for a discount. You know, just for once. You know, just give us a vault for like $20. Come on, just do it. You know, here guys, here's a vault, $50. You know.
Oh yeah, you know they would make money hand over fist. They seriously will. They think, oh, we're going to keep it at this price because, you know, that's a good price. Well, less people will buy it. But if you discount something, more people will end up buying the merchandise at a discount, and you'll end up with more money in your pocket than not. So in that sense, they just don't have that great business sense for that.
Yeah. So, So what do you think, Maurice? I mean, do you think that any kind of new content is dropping this month, or do you think it's just going to be characters and The Mandalorian and that's it?
No. I hope no new content's coming. I mean, I don't know. It's just so much going on in the game. Like we're just now getting acclimated to these new mods. We have 2 new characters. Potentially, I don't know. I don't think so. You know, I don't know. I highly doubt it. Like, you're talking new raid. Perhaps if we get a new raid, I think if I had to guess, all the other raids they've previously announced ahead of time, and they're never on schedule, right? They're never on schedule. The community all gets in an uproar, gets their panties on a wad, and then they come out. And they're usually buggy. I think if we get a raid, it's going to be like, hey guys, in 1 week, like they're just going to drop it on us. I don't think they're going to sit here and chit chat about it, like in their State of the Galaxies, keep like leading us on. I have a feeling anything that's coming is going to just get dropped right on us. Here it is, guys, go for it. You know, like think about the tank raid when they pre-announced that. Like everyone kind of preemptively geared up their Jawas and Ugnaught and all these, you know, shitty Jedi that, you know, they really weren't any good. Like all those characters, while they had bonuses in the raid, were all inferior to other teams. Like remember the droids in P2? Like those that was the go-to team. Like everyone used their Jedi in P1 for like 600K. Everyone had to do that, and then they run their droid teams in P3. You know, I don't even remember. Oh, that Chirpatine. Do you remember Chirpa and Palpatine?
Oh yes.
Chirpa and Palpatine in P3.
I still have the chart of the various teams.
Oh yeah.
That were put together way back in. Yeah, the Chirpatine, all that stuff. Yep.
P4 was the clones and Leia. And that's why if you ever look at a player, they got like a Gear 11 Zated Cody. Oh yeah. They were one of the first, you know, a couple hundred guilds to really get the tank down. I don't know. I think they're just gonna drop us on it. No, that way we have no time for prep. Nothing at all really. Just surprise. Here it is. Go for it. And I think that alone will encourage panic spending. You know what I mean? Especially if you're in like those fringe, like top guilds. Everyone's gonna have the stuff, but you're like maybe like the fringe guild where you guys really make a decision, go after it. Maybe your roster. You know what I mean? Like if your roster isn't quite meet some of the teams and you want to stay in the guild, you know, that's what raids always do. They shake things up, and I think if they just drop it on us, everyone would get the ultra frenzy and panic and spend more money. So that's just, I don't know.
Oh, I remember when the hat raid came out, and we were like ecstatic when a person did 1%.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that was
it
totally
was like,
awesome.
oh my god! It's like, man, you know, your GP and your mods and your teams are awesome because you got 1%.
Well, Ray Rock says, I just want mod slicing mats, and I guarantee they'll be available in whatever's next. Like, they're just not going to gate them behind these Galactic Challenges forever. Like, you will get an opportunity to get it, but it will be through some high-end, you know, some sort of high-end feature. Maybe we get some options in, like, the Get 2 store. You know, they've expanded upon the Get 1 several times now, all these characters. They really haven't done anything at all to expand the Get 2. Maybe they put those in there. And, you know, after you get your negotiator and after you get your malevolence, then there's something to spend it on. You can make a decision between gear and very high-end mods.
Yeah, I think for a little bit anyway, they're going to keep it in the GC for the time being until it starts driving everybody crazy, and then they're slowly going to release it to something else. To be
Well,
able to
I think that's wise because you just released 2 new Galactic Legends, and if they're eventually going to be packs, you're eventually going to be able to somehow or another purchase these, whether it be from the weekly ship, whatever the case is.
Exactly.
But it lets everybody kind of slowly get used to it. Because if you give the guys that have all 4 Galactic Legends access to unlimited mods, I mean, clearly they have both Galactic Legends upon release. That means they probably spend money in the game, and they're not going to be hesitant to really make those characters even more difficult to beat. You know, I think we'll see some sort of additional way to get those, probably, you know, a month or 2. Like once everyone kind of gets them, because I mean, a lot of people can beat all the Galactic Challenges, right? Like a lot of people like have Night Sisters, a lot of people have these teams, and just, I mean, at least to get through the first, I think tier 4 and 5, maybe 5 and 6 are what give out the rewards. Most people can get through the first couple. They might not be able to do the 6 and 7, but you can get at least enough to get you a couple greens, like 60s. So, you know, I don't know. I personally like the way things are kind of going now. I don't really have too many complaints, and that's not me like brown nosing or anything. It's just, I don't know, I'm content with the game. I'm a little burnt out of Grand Arena, if I'm being honest, but that will change. I'm gonna try streaming some of them. Maybe it'll bring some excitement back. I don't know. It'll be cool. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I have no idea what's coming.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I like to believe that there is something bigger coming than just 2 characters and maybe 4 characters. I mean, I hope there's more than that. You know, obviously the State of the Galaxy was, I mean, it was a little, I know obviously it's just a small snippet. It's not like it's not the road ahead technically, but I mean, typically we get more information from these State of the Galaxies than we do from the road ahead. So I expected a little bit more, but so I mean, maybe they do some things, and you know, maybe they do some things that are fan servicey. You know, I mean, maybe they do some. It's 5 years. Maybe they finally rework like Mace Windu or something. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, like maybe they just take like the #1 most requested thing and just do it. You know?
Gum sounds sus right now. No.
Gum sounds sus right now. Is this related to that game?
That damn Among Us game.
Did you play it?
I played it a couple times. It's just like I play it. I've played it. It's very fun. I played it just a couple times, but everybody that I've played it with, like I played with Fort Mort and like Hide and Seek and stuff. These guys have all played the game 100 times. And they're like, "Where are you at?" I'm like, "The room with the thing," and they're all like they know all the names. They know exactly how long all the little tasks take. Yeah. So like when I'm the killer, like I can't like trick these guys. You know what I mean? You stood there for 6 seconds too long. We know you're the killer. Like, well, wait, what? And they're right.
And they're right.
Yeah. So it's fun, man. It's fun. It will pass soon. There's no way this game lasts for more than 3 more months. We'll see. It was a nice little break, especially during COVID and stuff. It's given a lot of people, especially streamers, like it's real interactive. Like people can come in and there's people watching the view, like just watching the show. You guys want to play? Hop in the chat, and then it's real interactive and fun. So kudos to whoever makes that game.
Kudos to whoever makes that game. Yeah, no, I agree. You know what it is like my son actually plays the game, and he was playing it tonight, so I got a chance to see what it's about. But I've been hearing, like, I've seen like memes about it on like Facebook and stuff like that. So I was wondering like what it was. You know, I knew it was like a new popular game, but it actually does look kind of cool. I may try it out. I have it on my phone now because my son was playing with it earlier, so maybe I'll give it a shot. You know, we'll see. But yeah, I do. Let me see here. I never posted this in the Discord, so let me do that now. See if anybody gets the notification. But yeah. No, I think it's a funny game, for sure. So, all right, now as far as that's concerned, I mean, pretty much that covers most of the topics I wanted to discuss today. So let's go into the Q&A segment here. I think we have a few questions that are already in the chat. So if you guys have any questions you'd like to ask or any topics you'd like to discuss, now will be the time to type that into the chat, and we'll kind of go over it here over the next few minutes. Right before we wrap up the stream, probably in about 15 minutes or so. So, if you guys have any, I know there are a few questions already. We'll go through those. But if anybody has any other questions they'd like to ask or any other topics to discuss, now would be the time to type that into the chat.
We got a couple that I got in the chat here. I think pretty sure this is like a Mandalorian spoiler. Have you guys seen the first episode?
I haven't seen the first episode yet, no.
Yep.
Okay, then have you seen it, Abby?
Yep.
Could you look at our live show chat and tell me if Nightmare's question I posted is like a spoiler? I haven't seen the episode either, so I don't want to like ask it and then it'd be a spoiler.
That's a spoiler.
Okay.
It is?
So
okay.
Don't
Don't look.
Okay.
Don't look.
Oh, I deleted the wrong one. Oh shit. Whoops. Okay.
It's all right.
I think I know.
It's all right.
Hold on. No. Let me. Cluster. This was early on. I'll find it. Gone. Delete my question. Game of Thrones is dope. Cool. Oh God. Sorry guys. I really blew this. Oh, here's one. Slash Van Rose says, didn't they say a change to the currency system or something like that was coming?
Change I don't recall. Currency. They did say in the State of the Galaxy that something was happening. So at the bottom here it says, but we also have some announcements regarding changes to coming to Galactic Challenges. Okay, it says we've also mentioned some bigger changes coming to the economy. This is coming out soon.
Oh, then yeah, I guess so.
When they're saying economy, I mean that kind of would mean currency, I guess. But they crossed that out of the state of the.
Yes, they did. Yes, yeah, that part of it. Yes.
So what does that mean? It still says this is coming soon, though, like in quotations next to it. I guess they just didn't want to mention that now. I mean, why wouldn't you just delete it then? I guess because somebody already saw it and they're like, oh, well, let's just put these little parentheses here. This is coming soon. I don't know what that means. That's sus right there. That's kind of sus right there.
I apologize. A couple of you guys asked questions earlier and I accidentally deleted it and I've refreshed the stream. So I've lost a question. I apologize. It's all the way at the beginning.
I have some questions, so I can go back.
All right.
Let's see here. Who asked the spoiler question? Was it Nightmare?
Nightmare.
Son of a bitch, Nightmare. Son of a bitch.
And then so that would be after that somebody had posted a question.
Yeah, it was the next question after that. While you look for it, we got Abner Yo-Yo. What's up? Hey, man. Long time no see. Abner and I played Cards Against Humanity last night. It was a good time. The currency, interesting. Oh, the economy. Who knows? Van Seal says, go to Maurice. You plan to invest in the 2 new tunes? I don't know. I don't know. The problem is I don't have any Zetas. So, like, I don't have any Zetas is my problem. I put the 1 on Piet. I think I put 1 on Cam. And now I've got 2.5 in the bank for whenever I eventually get Palpatine or Emperor. So, I mean, I don't know. I've done this. I did it with, like, Cara Dune and a couple of the characters. Mando, I did it too. Like, I'll buy the marquee packs just until I hit 5-star. If I get lucky, then I get lucky. If I don't, I got a very expensive head start on a character. So it's it's that's usually what I do. I probably wouldn't if they didn't allude to that they're going to be needed for something. So I might get them to 5-star through the packs and just kind of sit and see. I think they're really, really cool. They're very, very nice. So do a lot of stat boosting, which I'm always a sucker for, right? Like the passive, health percentage and potency boosting, like that's stuff. That's why I like Mon Mothma so much. I just characters that boost other character stats. I'm always a sucker for those type of characters.
Yeah, I haven't really had a chance to play her yet because some of my other characters are just kind of crappy right now. So I'm anxious to get them geared up and give her a try.
With the exception of possibly being needed for something, I can't think of any scenario where a player under 5-ish million would need these characters.
Right.
I think Piet and I think Chupio are way better like investments for your gear. And they're both needed for events too, like the Galactic Legend events. I would finish up those characters, maybe Grief, maybe Mando, before I moved on to these.
Oh, Piet in Darkside Territory battles, so flippin' awesome.
Oh, he's great.
On a trooper team, and I only have 2 characters that are G13, and the rest of them are G12. And I was kicking serious butt in territory battles. Got 4-4 every time with Piet and with Veers as lead. And one of the things you want to remember if you use them in territory battles is do not summon the B2.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't summon him because he'll screw up your trooper thing because you need to have all troopers.
Oh, yeah, true. Good point.
Yeah, you have to have all troopers to be able to do all that turn meter and all that other stuff. If you throw B2 in there, it throws it completely off and all you've got is counters and it just doesn't work as well.
Well, I will say, like, this isn't a scenario of which one is better. I really think they work hand in hand. They're kind of like Biggs, Wedge, Zalbar Mission. Like, I think there's, I don't know, I think they kind of belong together. So if you're going to get one, you almost have to get both. So, I mean, it's like a 2-for-1-er. So, you got to think about it that way. Like, if you're like, well, I've got, I've saved up some crystals. Which one do I go for? Neither. You need them both. So,
yeah, you should either get both or none.
I think somebody like Clash is going to cream in his pants over it. Like, if you have a really well-developed Scoundrel team, or let's say you've got, like, really, really good droids, like you're either a droid or a Scoundrel fan, then I think they're way more valuable than the average player. I don't know. I don't really see them going underneath Kira and really giving you guys a TB option. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, if you guys have 45 minutes to play one phase in a territory battle, then maybe they're good for you. But I don't know. We'll see.
Another question from Thane was: now that test accounts are confirmed by Operation Metaverse, what has been your favorite team to test?
I don't know. I don't have one. I don't have a test account. I just got to do the interview.
All right.
So
they're not confirmed by Operation Metaverse. Thane,
I do not have a test account, Thane.
Thane, very, 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 very weird question, Thane.
This is Thane always trying. Like, Thane always words his questions to try to trip you up and make you reveal something. He's done that for I don't know 5 years. trying to be sneaky little thing.
Bruce Willis is not dead. Okay, he said Bryce Willis was dead. I don't know what that means. You know who did die, however? Sean Connery, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
Indiana Jones' dad didn't make it. I know, isn't it crazy that that's how I remember him? To me, he is Mr. Jones from Raiders from the Last Crusade.
To me, it's always the first thing I think of, James Bond.
Well, of course. I mean, he's probably the most legendary James Bond. But I mean, like, to me, I think of The Rock, and I think of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Definitely number one I think of is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. But he was, a great actor in a lot of movies. Let's see. Do we have any other questions?
Nightmare just asked one for Avinash. Once I get in Relic JKL, should I also relic his Jedi team around him, or focus on relicking rebels for Jedi Master Luke?
Rebels for Jedi Master. Okay, Jedi Master Luke. Ooh. I would honestly look at the JKL team.
Like, I already had him, but don't you have to have Jedi Luke at, a high relic level for Jedi Master Luke anyway? Is it 5 or 7?
Yeah, you still need it. You still need it anyway. And that's going to be easier. In a way, it's going to be easier to relic higher up because you already have them relicked to be able to get him in the first place. So
that's a tough question.
It is a really tough question. I know what I did was I relicked everyone, all my Jedis, right around JKL first before I did anything for JML, and I should be getting JML's ultimate tonight, actually, in like 3 hours. So I'm excited about that. And so I've been working on the characters around that one as well. So,
like, I don't know, man. That's a tough one, Nightmare. That's a tough one. I will say, don't relic characters like Ezra and stuff for Jedi Luke, because I did that and I don't even use it.
Well, I did that, and he's really not. He's okay, but he's so incredibly squishy
and
slow. And he is. It doesn't matter how much speed you put on him or anything. He's just he's good for one thing, and then he just dies. So, and it's just, he's really not worth it. Now, I'm going to working on better relicking my Ayla. Because I think Ayla is going to be, she's not only fairly tanky, but man, she hits like a truck. And she stuns. So I'd like to see how that works out a little bit better on a JKL team.
Yeah, I'm going to have to bite the bullet and probably do her my Cam. I'll have Cam 7-star next time, so.
You got to bite the bullet, man.
I'm going to have to bite the bullet, probably just on her. I'm not going to do Eve Koth or anybody else. I might do Qui-Gon Jinn. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Qui-Gon's
worth it. Qui-Gon's worth it.
For the short term, I think I'll just kind of break up my Padme team. Just for no other reason, just for entertainment. Like, I'm tired of using Padme, so I'll just put her on the bench for a little bit. and try to use Cam with, like, Kenobi and Jedi Anakin and stuff, see if that's any good. I'll probably inevitably go back to Padme. I don't have the resources to gear up a full team of Galactic Republic Jedi, which, like all the obscure guys. But
yeah, it'll be a while before I get any 7-star cams. I know that in my guilds, it just had a really slow start for some of them, so it's just been taking a while to catch up. And it's not our priority to have to get cam, although we try for it, but it's not like a huge priority. Which I'm cool with. I'm not worried about it.
For sure. Nightmare has one last question here. It says, Gom, are you back to not having a team for your relic and Zated Kanan?
Yep.
Yep.
Sure am. Yep. Him and Ezra just hanging out, little tag team of
Now,
Worthlessness.
okay. Let me ask you a question about your Kanan. So do you have him relics R7?
No. I think he's 3, maybe 4. He's
Okay.
really, really good. I just,
He's really. You have to build a team around him. You can't just pick him on a team. So I have him at R7, and I'm not sure if that was a good thing or not. But like I said, you need to build a team around him. You cannot just stick him on a Jedi team and expect him to do really well. You have to kind of work it a little bit. So yeah, he's a little bit disappointing in that aspect.
For sure.
He's just, I didn't like Old Ben, but now Old Ben is such a key counter piece in a lot of these teams.
Yes.
He's kind of replaced Kanan. I don't know, like even like let's say that my opponent doesn't place SLKR, then I don't need Old Ben for the SLKR counter. So then Old Ben is kind of going in. Now that I have him developed, he's kind of slotting in over Kanan. Not that he's better. He's just he's better with certain teams. Like if I'm using a CLS team, I want the Old Ben because he gets, I guess Kanan has like the offense down is basic that can be resisted. So you can get Terminator that way too. He's good. I do like him. He's just not as dynamic as
even Old Ben. Yeah, Old Ben has a lot of benefits. Even when he dies, he spreads around his little buffs to people, and
yeah,
so he's easy to revive by Jolie.
I actually like his Zeta. I don't regret that Zeta at all. I like. You said you need to build a team around him, and you're totally right. But like, I do kind of have Kanan and Ezra kind of modded together. So like, I use those two as like interchangeable pieces, and they're okay. I definitely need to find a way to get them to work. Like they're there.
Agree.
They have the talent. They got the skill set for it. I guess. It's just I can't. I don't know. I'm having problems with my Jedi. Like where to put them. Like,
right. I agree.
Too many teams now. Like it just struggling.
I agree. Well, it's not going to be anything like my R5, Gamorrean Guard. So that's like my guilty pleasure that I have, and people mock me for it. But I do love that little piggy.
Well, I mean, there are. Okay, there's another question here from Thanes. Question: if they never give FAT the Jedi tag, who's FAT? Fulcrum Ahsoka Tano. Fulcrum Ahsoka Tano, yeah. They give her direct synergy with Ezra and Kanan for potential rebel team, maybe a Rolo lead team. That's not a terrible idea, Thane, actually.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, because she was never a Jedi, so she can't get the Jedi.
She could get the Phoenix tag, though. She could totally get the Phoenix tag.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And she should be able to synergize with, not just the Phoenix, but maybe the Rebels or something as well. But, she's just kind of stuck in limbo. And that's a shame, because she's like one of the most popular characters in the game.
She wasn't technically a Phoenix, but you could still give her the Phoenix tag, I mean, technically, Boba Fett is not really a Mandalorian either. You know what I'm saying? But, he kind of is, so it's, you're playing with words there a little bit, but I could see it. Anyway, it seems like that's all the questions that we have here today, guys. We're going to go ahead and wrap the stream up here. I hope everybody had a good time. I hope everybody had a great Halloween weekend. We'll be back next week with some more show and hopefully some more news on things coming. We'll see what happens. It seems like, if this month is supposed to be action-packed, we should be getting some more info. I'll keep you guys up to date on whether or not I actually get, this galactic legend here. I'm really close to getting Kylo. So once I do that, I'll stream that. I'll probably start. I'm probably gonna get the all the stuff ready so that basically all you guys have to do is see me, get them. Because I don't think you want to see me go through all the trials and tribulations beforehand. Maybe you do. I don't know. We'll see. But if I have the ability to do it, I'll stream it. So. But what's going on this week with Metaverse? So Ranger wasn't able to make it here today. He says he'll be back next week. He obviously had a rough day today personally. So as far as that goes, he'll be back on next week's show. But definitely make sure to check out Ranger Infinity on Reality Skewed Gamers this Wednesday. They'll be streaming live like they do every Wednesday. Make sure to check them out. There's a link in the description to their channel. And also they'll be streaming, every day for their lunch stream. And then on Saturday, they're doing, the Jedi Academy. I believe they're doing a longer episode of the Jedi Academy this week. They're going to be doing like a 4-hour episode or something like that. So I'll probably be there for that. But what's going on with Metaverse this week?
Streaming Thursday. We missed last week. The storm hit me pretty hard, actually, and my services were not very cooperative. In and out, gone. Just so missed it. But we posted a couple videos. TMoney, the interview with a guy named Fox that kind of was about the Resistance and Han and Chewie versus Jedi Master Luke. We did the interview video and been dabbling around on Twitch trying to get the account set up and just kind of get going, trying to get to affiliates. So I streamed a couple times Saturday. I'm gonna try to stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night. That's what's up right now. We'll see if it stays. And yeah.
All right. And what about Boba's podcast, Boba's Alliance this week?
Yep, that'll be tomorrow night. We'll be doing another episode, roundtable, which has been a lot of fun lately. So that's been really nice and getting a lot of attention there. And so I'll just be doing some of my other stuff. I'm still kind of setting up my Twitch stuff, but in terms of YouTube, I've got a lot of YouTube videos out there now. So that's been kind of fun.
All right. We'll definitely make sure to check out Operation Metaverse and Boba's Alliance podcast in the links in the description, and also make sure to check us out again next Sunday. We'll be back with some more show. By then, I will have seen both the first episode of the Mando and the second one, so you guys better get ready for some spoilers next week because I'm spilling the beans. All right, I'm spilling the beans all over the place next week. No, I'm just kidding, but we'll talk a little bit about the show. I wanted to talk about it today, but I didn't get a chance to finish the episode. I fell asleep, so forgive me. But next week, we'll be back. May the Force be with you guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a good night, everybody, and thank you so much for coming out. Take care.